Shalom Chaverim, it's Rubisa, and I'm here to talk with you more about Pesach. Last week we worked on Manishtana, what makes this night of Pesach different? And one of those questions of Manishtana is, Manishtana halala ze mikol hayot? On all other nights we could eat Hametz or Matza, but on this night, on Pesach, we only eat Matza. So that leaves me with more questions. What is Chametz? And what is Matzah? All right, we know we can't have Chametz on Pesach, and we only have Matzah, but what is Chametz? So if you think about those brachot we make before we eat, anything that we would say hamotzi on, so that could be bread or bagel or pizza or a few other things. And anything we would say mizonot on, that would be noodles or crackers or bars, cookies. All of those we would say mizonot on. All of those are going to be chametz. So I picked up a few examples of things that are chametz. Challah, pizza, waffles, or donuts, or cupcakes, or cookies. All of those that are made from wheat, those are, or other grains, they are all chametz, which means we do not have them that way on Pesach. On Pesach, we're only going to eat matzah. I have a box of matzah. I have a pretend matzah. I'm not opening them to bring out the real matzah just yet because I'm saving it for Pesach. So we know that chametz is anything we would say hamotzi or mezonot on that's not matzah. But what is matzah? For that, we're going to read the book, The Mouse in the Matza Factory, by Francine Medoff, illustrated by Nicole Ben Bosch. Once there was a little mouse who lived in a wheat field in the country. One day, men came and built a fence around the wheat field. Every day they watched over the growing wheat. They watered the field, pulling out the weeds and waiting for the wheat to ripen. The little mouse watched too. The little mouse wondered what was so special about this wheat. When the wheat was ripe, the men cut it down. They worked carefully, making sure to keep the wheat dry. They tied it in bundles and loaded it into a wagon. The little mouse decided to follow the wheat. Soon, the wagon arrived at the mill. This is how all flour is made. It grows from wheat and it goes to the mill and it gets ground. The mouse poked around until he found a hole in the bottom of the door. He crept inside. Huge grinding wheels were crushing the wheat into fine flour. The millers carefully poured the flour into sacks and loaded them onto a truck. The little mouse jumped aboard the truck and hid among the sacks, wondering where the truck would take them. They drove for a long time. They left the country with its open fields and came to the city. The little mouse peeked out. I like the illustrations in this book a lot, but I like right there. What building is that? He saw tall buildings. He saw crowds of people. He heard the noise of cars and trucks on the street. At last, the truck came to a stop in front of an old building. Workers came to unload the sacks of flour. Quickly and quietly, the little mouse jumped down and followed. An inspector stood at the door checking to see that each flour sack was dry and tightly closed. The little mouse was afraid he would be discovered, so he climbed up to a window ledge, squeezed through a crack, and hid behind a clock. He saw a room with many people. They were all very busy. In one area, workers were unloading the sacks of flour. In another place, they were bringing in buckets of water. In the middle was a man with a mixing bowl. When the mixing man called out, the flour man scooped a cup of flour from the sack, reached through a little window, and dumped the flour into the bowl. When the mixing man called out again, the waterman filled his pitcher with water, passed it through his window, and poured the water into a bowl. The mixing man worked very quickly, mixing the flour and water into a lump of dough. This is a very interesting baking process. This doesn't look like how we make challah, for example. The little mouse watched and wondered what was so special about this dough. The mixing man brought the dough to another area where many people stood at a long table. He gave a piece of dough to each person. They quickly rolled their dough into circles. The circles were passed to another table where a woman poked holes in them with a special tool. She lined up the circles on a rack near a brick oven. The baker slid the circles into the oven. Minutes later, they were crisp and brown. A delicious smell filled the room as he took them out of the oven and placed them onto a rolling cart. All of a sudden, a bell rang. The people began to clean their work areas. They scrubbed the tables, sanded down the rolling pins, and washed and dried the bowls. When they were finished, the mixing man reset the clock and called out for more flour and water. The little mouse couldn't resist the delicious smell. He followed the cart into a room where people were packing the big circles into boxes and tying them with string. Families were standing in line to buy the boxes. He hopped on the counter to take a peek. This is what he read. This matzah is made of wheat, which has been watched from the time of harvest through the time of baking. That's right, the little mouse thought. I watched this matzah. I watched it from the time the wheat began to grow in my field. I watched it being harvested. I watched it being ground into flour. I watched it being mixed into dough. I watched it being baked into matzah. The little mouse felt very important. He decided it was time to return to the country. Soon, more wheat would be planted, and he wanted to be home to watch it again. So this matzah is made on a machine. This matzah is made just like it talked about in the book. You can see that it becomes big circles, and there it is for a Seder plate. And here is the big oven that they spoke about. This is handmade matzah. That's machine-made matzah. The ingredients are the same. It only has, as it says in the book, water and flour. And they go fast, fast, fast. Has to be less than 18 minutes, and that's how we get matzah. But not Chametz, because we can't have these on Pesach, but we can have matzah in many different ways. Shalom, chaverim.